Alright guys and gals, Crypto Kurt here with another crypto video, and this video is a direct follow-up to my previous video where I talked about staking your Cardano ADA tokens when the new Shelly launch is completed. And I was asked a bunch of questions, so this video is going to answer those questions. Before we get started, of course, there's the disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This video should be used for research, education, and entertainment purposes only. So I got some great feedback from my previous video, and I had a lot of people asking me some basic questions about how the staking is going to work using the wallet. And so I did some homework, and of course I found the page staking.cardano.org, and I'm on the FAQ version of that page. So we're going to go through, and funny enough, the three most asked questions, the three questions that were posed to me the most are the first three questions that are asked right here, or answered right here on this page. So the first question is, can I stake from Daedalus? And of course, if you're not aware, Daedalus is the wallet that you can download and which can hold, or which will hold, your Cardano tokens. As I think I mentioned in the previous video, that unfortunately when you download the Daedalus wallet, before it works, before you can actually see your tokens, you actually have to download the complete blockchain, which again took me a couple of weeks actually. Again, I was having some download issues at the time, but just be aware that when you do download the wallet, and of course it's all based on your internet connection and the speed of your computer and all that other stuff, but you do have to bring down the entire blockchain before you're going to be able to actually see any tokens in the wallet. But the first question is, can I stake from Daedalus? And that's, of course, can you stake from within the wallet? And the answer is yes. You'll be able to delegate to a pool from Daedalus or Yoroi. Now, as I understand it, Yoroi is kind of a lighter version of Daedalus, which does not require you to download the whole blockchain. So for those of you that do have dodgy internet connections, or you don't have a lot of room on your hard drive, go do some explorations. I have not played with this wallet. I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure from the video that I watched before that that wallet allows you to store ADA Cardano tokens and not have to download the whole blockchain. The next question I had asked several times is, would we need to freeze or lock our ADA for a set period of time to allow for staking? And it says, your coins never leave your wallet and are never locked. So that's very interesting. Now I'm going to come back to a little bit more information in a few minutes about how the staking works from a numbers perspective. I'm not going to be giving examples of payouts, but there's some things I want to show you that are another part of this page. But it's saying they're never locked, so you're never going to not be able to get access to your tokens. The third most common question was, when is the start date for the staking? And of course the answer is the testnet is under development and will be ready soon. The timing for the mainnet will depend on the amount of effort, adjustment, and enhancement needed to get the testnet capability and code to mainnet readiness. Another question I was asked is, can we stake from an exchange? So is staking possible if a wallet is on an exchange such as Binance or Kraken? The answer is no. At this time, it's not possible to delegate from an exchange, but we may enable this, and some exchanges may support delegating in the future. Another question was, do we have to be online all the time to have the staking work? So the question here is, will we ever be able to stake our ADA without 24-hour internet access? When will I have the ability to stake my ADA, and what will the rewards look like? The answer is, you can delegate to a stake pool with even only a few minutes of internet access, but you cannot run a stake pool without being up 24/7. This is by design, as the node that is staking needs to make blocks, and the rewards for the node are based on its performance. So it's important at this point to distinguish the difference between having tokens in your wallet and staking them versus running your own staking pool. I'm going to do a completely different video about running a staking pool because it's probably going to be a completely different person. You are going to have either a decent computer or a server type scenario or a virtual server in the cloud, and you're going to need to have some Linux and some technical understanding, whereas with the Daedalus wallet, just putting your ADA tokens in the wallet and sending them to a stake pool, I imagine it's going to be like the O wallet, where you're just going to choose from a staking pool and assign the tokens, and a smart contract takes care of all that. Again, I'm assuming that's how it's going to be the case. But anyway, again, there's a big difference between staking your tokens from your wallet and then actually setting up a staking pool. Okay, no one asked this question, but I think it's valid. So your ADA is not locked once it is staked. So what happens when someone spends their staked ADA? Is it removed from the staking pool? The answer is yes, when the epoch ends. So that brings me over here to the incentives section, or the incentive section of this particular subdomain. And I'm just going to mention a couple things. So in the operation of Ouroboros, the proof of stake protocol running Cardano, time is divided into epochs and slots. A slot lasts 20 seconds, while an epoch contains 21,600 slots and lasts 5 days. Incentives are distributed each epoch. Transaction fees of the blocks created during the epoch, together with ADA from monetary expansion, are collected into virtual rewards pool, and that total is distributed amongst the stakeholders. So there may be, again, it's not super clear, but it may be the fact that, well, I know this, that in the Daedalus wallet, I think you're going to have three addresses. One's going to be for staking, one's going to be for spending, and the third is for, I think, staking pools. So it might be that your tokens are locked into an epoch for 5 days, and so you can't spend them while that epoch is happening, but you can, once the epoch is finished, you can grab them back out and spend them. Again, it's a little bit confusing because the FAQs say no, they're not locked, but this says, well, you can't spend them until the epoch is finished. So that's a little strange. If anyone has any better feedback or better understanding than me, please reply in the comments below. I just want to add to that this concept of monetary expansion. So the total supply of ADA today is approximately 31 billion. Maximum supply is 45 billion. So there are almost 14 billion ADA available for incentives. And this is a very large amount, but not an infinite one. Its use should exponentially decrease over time. Now, for me, that's a big red flag, which says you need to be in on this in the very beginning, because there's going to be fewer and fewer tokens distributed as time goes on. And here is a table showing that for an arbitrary example, exponential decrease. We could set the policy of using 5% of the remaining ADA per year for incentives. Again, they could. They haven't made that decision yet. But basically, you can see, there's 700,000 or 700 million in the first year, 665, 631. But see the zeros start dropping off. So in other words, there's going to be a hell of a lot more tokens available for incentives in the first few years, and then that's going to drop off over time, becoming less and less and less. So once again, it's really good to get involved early, and remember as well that this is going to be compounded. So if you take your ADA rewards and you put them back in the wallet, the next epoch, it's going to be staking on the next amount. Now again, I could not find anywhere in this document where it said minimum amounts of staking required. So there may in fact be some minimum amounts, and if that's the case, well, you'll have to work around that with regards to again, using your ADA dividend ADAs to create a larger staking outcome next time. But I think that is going to be possible. And again, it's just a great reason to get involved in this as early as possible. All right, everyone. So that's the rest of this content. All the FAQs and most of the content that's on this incentives page is really geared more towards people who are running staking pools. So in the next couple of days, I'm going to do a different video about people who are interested in running a staking pool. Obviously, the rewards are going to be more because you get paid for your effort of managing that, and they understand you've got extra costs with your server and electricity and internet and all that stuff. So that's going to be it. So again, hopefully the FAQs are helpful and will just motivate everyone to get ready, get your wallet downloaded. Again, either use the full wallet. Now, once again, that did say in the FAQs that you can use the Yoroi wallet. Not sure if that's pronounced right, Yoroi, to actually do the staking as well. I personally have just brought down the Daedalus, but again, it's up to you. You can play with both. So with that, this is Crypto Kurt out.